Hi everyone, hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Anita Malavlanek and I basically just come on YouTube to share my experiences with all of my subscribers, whether that be from corporate or my life experiences. And how it usually happens is I sit down and I think about it, and then I think, what exactly do I want to share with people, and what is the message that I think would be quite important for me to share with somebody that was going to be watching my video. And however I feel on that day, that ends up being the message that I put forward, or that ends up being the message that I put out into the world. I am not as consistent as I probably should be on YouTube, and that's just because if I don't feel like the message that I want to put out is worth me putting it out, then I don't put anything out. Or if I'm also just navigating through my life and just going through this thing which we call life, then I also just take a step back, and I prefer to come back on YouTube when I feel like I'm really adding value to your lives and I'm bringing some sort of like positivity that just helps you as well to be able to go on with your day-to-day life. So in today's video, I am going to be talking about the power of mindfulness. If you guys can hear the noise, okay, I'm sorry, I should have closed my door, but it's a very hot day in London. But anyway, I digress. So yeah, today I'm going to be talking about the power of mindfulness. So how did I decide to basically do this video today, and what is it in me that really touched me to say, okay, today I am going to be talking about mindfulness? And the reason why I decided to talk about it, it's because in my previous video I briefly touched on it, and I said there's the reason why I really feel as though I have been able to achieve a lot of things in my life is because in a lot of my worst moments, I really had to learn how to control my mind and how I perceive myself, which really impacted how I showed up to the world. And somebody that speaks about this quite a lot is Cristiano Ronaldo. And you know, he's a football player, a soccer player, and he talks about it quite a lot. And he says how a lot of the times you may have the talent, which is great, but if you're not really able to control your mind, then how are you going to succeed, right? Because it all really just starts up here. So I basically broke this video down into 3 key things that I want to discuss with you guys. And the first thing that I want to talk about is self-belief, and how important it really is for you to believe in yourself. And it sounds really cliche for me to come here and for me to say, guys, you need to believe in yourself, please believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, and that just sounds very cliche. But then what I can say that maybe is going to resonate with you is that I equally have had these moments, and I equally have moments where I have felt like, shikes, like, am I going to be able to show up? Am I going to be able to bring myself forward in a way that is really going to be impactful, or that is going to allow me to reach the best results? And a lot of the times, in order for me to be able to navigate around that, or for me to be able to fight those inner thoughts, what has really helped me was my faith. So I took a step back and I asked myself, okay, Anita, who are you, right? Who really are you? And I think that's where it really helps if you have a strong foundation. So my sense of self really comes from my relationship with God. And then if I genuinely believe that I am a daughter of God, and that God loves me, and that He wants what's best for me, and that He truly wants to see me happy, and that His love is unconditional, then however people see me or however people perceive me, it doesn't impact me as much. Because at the end of the day, I'm like, listen, if I know that I am doing the best that I can possibly do, and that God is ideally, hopefully, happy with the way that I am showing up in this world, to me that's the most important. Everything else will be added on to me, and I don't worry about it as much. So that would be my first sort of tip for you. You need to ask yourself, who really are you? Like, what is important to you? Because the moment you know yourself, and the moment you know what is important to you, it's very difficult for you to allow things to get in. But if you don't know who you are, and if you allow yourself to be blown by the wind, and wherever the wind blows, that's where you go, then it's easy for people to influence you. And if it's easy for people to influence you, however they behave, whatever they decide to say to you, it's going to impact your moods, and it's going to impact the way that you see yourself showing up in the world, right? So that's why I say the first thing, it's believing in yourself. But for you to be able to get there, you need to ask yourself, who are you? What is it that's truly important to me? If I'm Anita, what is it that's important to me? What are my non-negotiables? And I promise you, the moment you are able to sit down and say, okay, this is me and I know who I am, it's very difficult for people's actions to truly impact you, because you're going to be able to say, hey, I can see what's happening here. I can see how this person has treated me. I can see what this person has said. I can see that I didn't get this position. I can see that maybe this person that I really want to like me at work, maybe, I don't know, doesn't connect with me as much. I can see all of that. But guess what? That is not a representation of my value. That is not a representation of what I represent in this world. That does not dictate my sense of self-worth. And the moment you are able to get to that place, I promise you, you're going to be behaving from a place of peace and from a place of acceptance. Because let me tell you, from somebody that was, I almost want to say, from somebody that didn't really have a strong sense of who she was at a given point in her life, you will overly attach to situations that you shouldn't attach yourself to. You will overly attach yourself to comments that you shouldn't maybe attach yourself to as much, because anything that anybody does or anything that anybody says, it can impact you, right? And then it starts getting into your head, and that's all the devil really needs, right? It's like, yeah, the thought might be there, but it needs to attach itself to something. And the moment you allow that to attach itself to you, then it starts impacting your moods, it starts impacting your whatever you produce, it starts impacting how you show up into this world. So that's why I basically said that was going to be my first point. And just a comment that I wrote down, I basically said, you are who you believe you are, and you become who you believe you will be. And that's what I mean when I say it really just starts in your mind. So if I was to tell you something, and today, straight after you watch this video, take a piece of paper and ask yourself, who am I? So if your name is maybe, let's say, Jessica, Katarina, Anna, whoever you are, I want you to take a step back and to say, who am I? What is it that's important to me? What is it that I value? And truly ask yourself, if these things that you even value, like, do they benefit you? Like, how does it make you feel for you to attach so much of your sense of worth to those things? How does it make you feel? And I think that may just help to guide you into making the right decision. The second point that I basically have here is the importance of learning how to control your thoughts. And I think in today's world, it's so difficult for you to be able to do that. And the reason why I say that, it's because social media, it sounds cliche, everyone keeps on talking about it, but it is just so true. It's quite difficult for you to not find yourself comparing your life with other people, because everyone is, I guess, showcasing or showing this reel of events and achievements and all these things that may just make you feel as though you are quite behind, or you are maybe you're not as leveled up as somebody else might be at this stage in your life. Or you start comparing, I don't know, looks, and you start comparing family dynamics and all these things, and then it slowly but surely begins to impact you, and it begins to impact how you also perceive yourself. So that's why I'm saying my second point to you, and something that I really want to encourage you to do, is take a step back and ask yourself, how do I start my day and how do I end my day? Because how you start your day, it's going to impact you, and how you end your day, it's going to impact you as well. So if you start your day already by looking at what other people are doing in their lives, how is that helpful? If you're ending your day by, again, going to social media and scrolling and checking what people are doing in their lives, how is that helpful to you? And I'll say this as a person that does this as well. Like, I really struggle with social media in the sense that, because I'm away from my family and my friends and so forth, I basically use social media for me to connect, right? It's the only way I am able to connect with people that are so far away from me. But then I continuously keep on going and leaving, because whenever I walk into it, it just feels like an overflow of information, and I'm like, this is a lot, and my brain cannot even take it. I'm like, this is so much information, and it's all information that I maybe did not even need to know, or maybe did not need to be exposed to. So that's what I want to encourage you to do. It's ask yourself, like, what am I doing on a day-to-day basis that's maybe allowing my mind to spiral? What am I overthinking about? And why am I overthinking about these things? And slowly but surely, you may just realize, okay, it's because I start my day this way. It's because I have conversations with people that trigger me, and then I start overthinking about these things. Oh my goodness, okay. It's maybe because I don't try to incorporate healthy habits, And the moment you really distance yourself from social media, for instance, you'll begin to replace that time with something else. And it might just be you reading a nice book, or going to your favorite coffee shop, or going for a walk, or going to your favorite park, or going for a hike, because that time needs to be replaced by something else. It can't just be scrolling. Surely you must know that that's not healthy for you. It's truly not healthy for you. So that's what I wanted to say, is focus on your own craft. And if I am to use myself as an example, last year when I was going for my promotion, I literally just shut myself down from the world. Like, I worked really hard for it, and I wasn't on social media. Like, I literally deleted Instagram. Like, I would go and I would like maybe post something here and there, but then on my phone I actually didn't even have Instagram anymore, because I was just so focused on what I was trying to do, and it wasn't helpful. Okay, because also, truth be told, I moved into a separate country, so my career path, I'm not gonna lie, has been quite steady. But if I was back home, who is to know where I was going to be? But what I'm trying to say is that it also wasn't helpful for me to maybe go on social media and for me to see that my friends are now senior managers, or they're achieving all these great things in their careers. And truth be told, you begin to feel a little bit inadequate, and you're like, shikes, like, did I make the right move? Am I gonna get this promotion next year? And if I don't get this promotion next year, what does that mean? And that's really what the devil wants, right? Because then you start operating from a place of fear and from a place of subtle envy and comparison, and it's not healthy for you. So that's what I would honestly say, is try to ensure that the thoughts that you have are productive. And if overthinking is really something that you do, me, I am her, she is me, then try to overthink about positive things, like where you want to go on your next trip, how you want that trip to look like, or whatever the situation might be. Like, try to control your mind so that it's filled by thoughts that are productive. That's what I want to say. And last but not least, I just want to say, you may not realize it, but your thoughts really cloud your vision, and it really impacts your vision. It may just take you longer for you to achieve something that you were supposed to maybe achieve yesterday, because you have been thinking about yourself from a negative light throughout that whole time. Whilst if you sat down and you're like, okay, I want to achieve this, and I think it's possible for me to do it, and I really think that I will be able to do it, you are going to operate from a place of abundance. But now, if you operate from a place of, my gosh, I see this person got promoted, I don't know if I'm gonna get promoted, my goodness, I'm overthinking, but then you begin to operate from a place of fear and from a place of self-doubt. And surely that's not productive. Surely that's not good for you. Surely that just makes you be more anxious. And since when is it productive if you are operating from a place of anxiety? Surely that's not good for you. So that's what I want to tell you. Like, try to surround yourself with people that are even going to allow you to have a vision that contributes towards your life and that is truly positive. And I know it's really difficult, especially when maybe you have been doing something a certain way for a really long time. But I promise you, do not be sensitive about making decisions that are great for you. Do not be sensitive about cutting certain things from your life that are not great for you. I really understand it, to be honest. I understand it for as long as you are considerate about how your actions impact other people. Yeah, I'm not against people genuinely deciding that, hey, like, I want to move differently because this is not favoring me, this is not working for me. For as long as you continue to operate from a place of compassion for the next person, I am not against that. Like, I would not be upset if a friend came to me and was like, hey, Anita, like, I'm going through a really difficult moment right now. I need to take a step back, because I need to take care of myself. I respect that, because we all grown at this point, and life is so difficult as it is. Why do you want to make other people's lives even worse, right? It's just what it is. So I basically just decided to come on here today and to share, a few things or I don't even want to say that it's tips. I really just want to say it's a few things that I think are quite important for you to incorporate into your day-to-day life if you want to achieve the things that you set your mind to and that you really aspire to achieve as well. But yeah, I hope you have found this video to be useful to you, and if you have liked it, be sure to give me a thumbs up, and yeah, I hope to see you next time.